Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Kembali lagi bersama saya Nafal Arsi. Kali ini kita akan melakukan sebuah hands-on pada sebuah lab. Nah, kali ini berjudul Use RESTconf to access an iOS XAA device. Objektifnya ada 7 part. Di part pertama kita akan membuild the network and verify connectivity. Di part kedua adalah configure an iOS XAA device. For RESTconf access, part 3 kita akan open and configure Postman, use Postman to send GET, use Postman to send PUT, use a Python script to send GET, and use a Python script to send a PUT request. Next, di part pertama, launch the VMs and verify connectivity. Verify the connectivity between virtual machine. Kita diminta untuk ping min-c dari device VM ke CSR v1000. Kita buat terminal, kita ping c 558 dulu. Oke, dengan kita cek ping is oke, berhasil. Pingnya berhasil, oke. Kita oke. Selanjutnya berhasil step 3, verify SSH connectivity. Leave the SSH session open for the next part. Oke, kita masuk ke SSH. cd device nah, kita SSH lagi. Yes, passwordnya Cisco. Oke, berhasil SSH. Kita lanjut ke perintah berikutnya. Configure an iOS XA device. Verify the RESTconf daemons are running. So platform software, kita klik di kita dari sini saja. Dari device VM nya kita show platform software yang manajemen proses running. Semua sudah running. Selanjutnya langkah berikutnya adalah enable and verify the RESTconf service. Enter the global configuration command RESTconf to enable the RESTconf service on the GSR 1000. Configure terminal RESTconf. Verify that the required RESTconf daemons are now running. Recall the NCSSHD is the netconf service which may be running on your device. We do not need it for this lab. However, you do not need Nginx, which is the HTTP server. This will allow you to make REST API calls to the RESTconf service. Kita cek dulu. Exit lagi, lalu kita diminta untuk show platform lagi. Oke, sudah. Selanjutnya enable and verify that HTTP server. Punya kita sudah running semua, kayak kita skip saja deh. Oke. Open and configure Postman. In this part you will open Postman, disable SSL certificate and explore the user interface. Open the Postman. In the fast VM, open the Postman application. If this is the first time you open Postman, it may ask you to create account sign in. At the bottom of window, you can also click the skip message to skip sign in. Sign in is not required to this application. Oke, kita buka Postman. Ini Postman. Kita pakai Lightweight. Nah, oke. Nah, sudah kita sudah ada di Postman. Selanjutnya Step 2. Disable SSL certification verification. By default, Postman has SSL certification verification turned on. You will not be used SSL certification with the CSR 1000 key 1000V, therefore you need to turn off this filter file setting general. Kita masuk file setting general, di general kita set the SSL certification verification off. SSL certification verification is off. Nah, itu dia. Kita matikan dulu SSL certification-nya. Oke. Kita balik lagi. Part 4, use Postman to send GET request. In this part, you will use Postman to send a GET request to the CSRV1000 to verify that you can connect it to the RESTconf service. In the center, you will see the launchpad. You can explore this area if you wish. Click the plus next to launchpad to get open GET untitled request. This interface is where you will do all of your work in this lab. Nah, kita sudah punya. The request type is already set to GET. Leave the request type set to GET. In the enter request URL field, type in the URL that will be used access the RESTconf service that is running on CSRV. Nama apa? 112.129. Enter authentication credential. Under the URL field there are lab list and params authorities header. Click authorization tab. Under type, click the down arrow next to inherit out from parent and choose basic out. Okay. For username, password, enter local authentication credential for CSR 1000V. Cisco 123. Oke. Cisco 123 hashtag. Save. Kita cek. Click headers, then click the 7 hidden. You can verify that authorization key has a basic value that will be used to authenticate the request when it is sent to the CSR 1000V. Click headers. Okay. Set JSON as the data type. In the headers area, then click the first blank key field in the content type for the type of key. In the value field, the application in the header area, then click first blank key field and type content type. definition. Sudah. Setelah itu in the variable application yang data plus JSON. Di sini ada nggak? Oke, yang data plus JSON. Below your content TP key and under key variable key values accept and the value is first application yang data JSON. The key field is accept. Keynya kita tambah satu lagi. Kontennya accept. Ini sama. Paste. Nah, oke, selanjutnya send the API request to the CSR v1000 key. Kita coba send. Oke, ini outputnya, dia sudah muncul, statusnya oke, 200. Ini statusnya oke ya, 200 berhasil meledakan. Selanjutnya step 6, use a get request to gather the information for all interface on the CSR 1000p. Now that you have success get request, you can use it as template for additional request. At the top of Postman, next the launchpad, replicate tab you use to choose duplicate tab. Use the yang model. Oke, kita copy, klik send. You should send JSON response from the CSR 1000 that is similar to the output shown below. Your output may be different depending on your particular router. Authorization. Kita pakai yang sama saja dulu. Oke. Pasti. Kita send. Oke, statusnya 200. Selanjutnya kita save. Use a get request to gather information for a specific interface on the CSR 1000v. Duplicate your last get request, add the interface parameter to specify an interface and type in the name of the interface. Tunggu dulu, click send, you should see a JSON response from the CSR 1000 that is similar to output below. Your output may be different depending on your particular router. Oke, statusnya selanjutnya, this interface receives addressing from a VirtualBox template. Therefore, the IP4 address is not shown under the show role config. Instead, you will see the IP address DHCP command. You can see this also in the show IP interface brief output. Kita cek. So IP interface brief. Okay. In the next part, you will need to use the JSON response from a manually configured interface. Open a command terminal with the CSR 1000 and manually configure the Gigabit Ethernet 1 Gigabit Ethernet 1 interface with the same IP4 address currently assigned to it by VirtualBox. Return to postman. It's manually. Oke, secara manual tapi dengan IP yang sama. Oke. Connecting interface Gigabit Ethernet 1. IP address-nya sama, IP address 192.168.9.0 N. Is it work? N. Show IP interface manually. Okay. Manually kita save 11 lalu return to the postman and send your get request again. Nah, kita send lagi ini dan IP address-nya yang muncul sesuai dengan IP yang telah kita set up. Bodinya saja yang saya 12 lalu part 5 use postman to send a put request. Selanjutnya duplicate and modify the last get request. Duplicate the last get request. For the type request, click the down arrow next to get and then choose put. For interface parameter, change it to loopback 1 to specify new interface. Kita duplicate tab, kita ganti jadi put. Ini bukan Gigabit Ethernet tapi loopback 1. Step 2. Configure the body of the request specifying the information for the new loopback. To send a put request, you need to provide the information for the body of the request. Next to the header, step click body, then click row. Click body and click row. Raw radio button. The field is currently empty. If you click send now, you will get error code 400 byte request because loopback 1 does not exist yet and you did not provide a node for information to create the interface. Fill in the body section with the required JSON data to create a new loopback 1 interface. You can copy the body section of the previous get request and modify it, or you can copy the following into the body section of your put request. Notice that the type of interface must be set to software loopback. Kita copy saja ini. Kita copy. Oke. Copy. Oh no. Udah yang ini berarti yang address itu sampai kotak. Klik send and the send put request. Kita cek apakah berhasil. Kita send put. Status is create. Oke. Berarti sukses pesannya. Kita sudah sukses. Kita cek selanjutnya, show IP interface brief. Kita verifikasi terlebih dahulu. Kita masuk ke FM, show IP interface brief. Loopback 1 sudah terinstall. Save. 14. Selanjutnya, use a Python script to send get requests. Open Visual Studio Code, then click File, open folder, and navigate to DevNet source directory. Click OK. Open a terminal window in the Visual Studio. New terminal. Create a subdirectory called resconf in the dev source directory. Kita masuk ke Visual Studio Code yang ada di Devas VM. Kita minimize, lalu kita masuk ke Visual Studio Code. Masuk ke Visual Code, kita buka file, new window, kita hapus yang lama. Nah, itu dia kawan-kawan. Kita masuk ke DevNet source. Kita ada di DevNet source. Kita diminta untuk membuat sebuah directory di DevNet source. Oke, selanjutnya in the Explorer pane under DevNet source, right click the resconf directory and choose new file, then in the file resconf get.p. Copy, masuk ke sini, kita cari ini ada Ajax resconf. Nah, ini dia di file, enter. Nah, ini dia, ini ada di directory resconf. Lalu selanjutnya enter the following command to import the modules that are required and disable SSL certification. Kita copy, selanjutnya create the variable that will be the component of the request. Create a variable name API URL and assign it the URL that will access interface information of the CSR 1000V. Copy, kita paste, kita ganti akunnya 129. Create a directory variable name headers then that has key for access and content type and assign the key the value application yang data JSON headers. Copy, paste, create a Python tuple variable name basic out yang berisi password and username. Step 3, create a variable to send the request and store the JSON response. Enter the following statement. kita buat lagi ini. The table below is the list various element of this statement. Ada res, the variable to hold the response from the API, request, the method that actually make the get request, API URL, the variable that holds the URL address string, out, the tuple variable create to hold authentication information yang berisi ada password dan username, headers, the parameter that is assigned the headers variable. Jadi ada variable jadi accept, yaitu datanya, format datanya, sama konten tipenya adalah data plus JSON. Lalu ada verify false, disable verification di SSL certification. Nah, kita akan di verify false ini dia digunakan untuk mendisable verifikasi dari SSL certification when the request is made, ketika request itu dibuat. To see the HTTP response code, add a print statement. Step 4, format and display the JSON data received from the CSR 1000V. Add the print statement to display the JSON data. Lalu save and run your script. You should get output similar of the following. Kita menjalankan. Oke, sebenarnya IP address-nya the output editor print statement to use the JSON dumps function with the indent. Copy print JSON dumps response JSON. Ini kita hapus, paste, save. Kita ulang. Nah, ini dia outputnya. Sini lebih. Nah, di sini lebih mudah dibaca. Di sini ada IP gigabyte internet 1 kita, yaitu dengan IP 192.169. Lalu ada loopback kita yang dibuat menggunakan put tadi ada 10.1111. Selanjutnya save and run your script. You should get the output shown below. This output is virtually identical to the output of your first Postman GET request. Ya, betul. Kita masuk ke part 7. Use a Python script to send a put request. In this part, you will create a Python script to send a put request to the CSR 1000V, as was done in the Postman. In the Explorer pane, under the .NET source, clear. Oke, kita buat file baru. Kita buat file baru bernama resconf put file. Bentar, kita matikan dulu, kita tutup dulu terminalnya. Kita buat lagi. Enter the following command to import module that are required of disable SSL certification. Copy. Step 2, create the variable that will be the components of the request. Create a variable name API URL. Taruh di bawahnya, kita ganti dulu API, kita ganti dulu save, lalu masuk ke create a dictionary variable named headers that has key to accept the content type assigned at the key value. Headers, copy, paste, nah kita save. Create a Python tuple variable yang berisi authentication. Nah, authenticationnya tadi sama ya, berisi password dan username. Create a Python dictionary variable yang config that will hold the young data that is required to create a new interface loopback. Oh, kita ambil aja yang lama di Postman. Kita ambil di Postman. Kita copy yang ini. Kita cek apakah sama kodenya, harusnya sama. Ini. Step. True, kita ganti nama dengan loopback 2, lalu IP nya jadi 22211. Create a variable to send the request and store the JSON response. Lalu kita masuk, enter the code below to handle the response. If the response is one of the HTTP success message, the first message will be print. Ketika kode yang berhasil, pesan yang pertama akan di print. Yang config. Oh, yang config. Save and run the script to send the put request to CSR 1000V. You should get 201 get status create. You can verify that interface was created by entering show IP interface brief. Coba kita jalankan. Coba kita jalanin apakah error. Ada yang skip ya. Error message UD pet not found. Terus 129. Apa mati? Coba kita tes lagi. API URL yang config out headers. Oke, statusnya create terbuat. C17. Selanjutnya kita verifikasi terlebih dahulu apakah kita verifikasi langsung saja di sini. So IP interface brief di sini sudah terbuat loopback-nya. Oke. Mungkin mungkin cukup sampai sekian hands on dari saya. Saya akhiri. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.